Hi Rajashree, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. What about sir?
I'm also good. Thank you for asking. So, Rajashree, you have applied for a Angular developer and front-end developer role. So, can you just brief me about yourself?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Rajashree Hari Kagde. I am from Nanded. I have completed my graduation in BTech Electrical Engineering from Matushri Pratishthan, Group of Institute School of Engineering, Nanded. In my family, we are a 5 members, including me, my mother, father, brother, and my sister. That's all about me, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, can you just tell me about your hobbies?
My hobbies are like to listening song and learn new
Okay,
things.
learning new things. New things. Okay. Which thing did you learn recently?
Sir, I'm from electrical background, but I like to learn new things. So that's why I learn coding language, sir. HTML, CSS.
Okay. Okay. And can you just tell me about your strengths and weaknesses?
My strength are I am a hardworking and quick learner, and my weaknesses is if any work or any task assigned me, I will be completed it within a time, or if it not completed, I will be stressed until and unless the work will complete.
It's nice to hear. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, but you said you are a quick learner. So, which technology you learned quickly,
HTML, sir. HTML and CSS
and
language.
how much duration? In how much duration you learned it?
2 months, sir.
So that is a very long period. You said I am a quick learner.
Sorry, sir.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, Raishi, what is HTML?
Sir, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and HTML is a markup language used to create static web page or web application.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. What are the differences between HTML4 and HTML5?
In HTML4 is the fourth version of HTML, and HTML5 is the fifth and latest version. In HTML4, doc type declaration is lengthy, but in HTML5, there is a simple doc type declaration, that is doc type, and in HTML4, multimedia supporting tag are not available, but in HTML5, multimedia supporting tag are available.
Okay. Which tags newly introduced in HTML5?
Header, footer, audio,
And
video.
okay, what is the purpose of that introducing new tag?
Means, sir, if you use HTML5, the uh, these tag are symmetrical tag. If you use this tag, our SO is increase for good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, in how many ways we can apply CSS to HTML element?
CSS means selector.
No, means how many ways you can apply style to a HTML element?
In 3 way we apply style, that is inline and internal or amended, and third is external.
Yes, and which is better?
Inline, it's better.
No, means which is you prefer. If I will ask
External.
you
Sir.
which CSS in how means in which way we can apply the CSS in our project. We are starting a new project. Okay. So will you use inline CSS or
No, sir. External CSS.
why?
Sorry, inline CSS.
So your answer is inline CSS?
It has more preference.
Yes, but for a new project, for a big project, you have to use external CSS. No, inline means for every CSS you have to include style tag in each element. It is better to use external CSS, correct?
Yes,
Because
sir.
we have separate file, we can write HTML in HTML file and CSS in CSS file. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So tell me what is CSS?
CSS stands for cascading style sheet. By using CSS, we can design or decorate our web page.
Okay, and what is the difference between inline element and a block level element?
In inline element, we cannot apply top and bottom margin, but in a block element, we can apply margin to the all side. In inline element, we cannot apply height and width, but in block element, we can apply height and width. And in inline element is always start on same line or same row, but block element is always start on new line or a new row. And width of inline element is equals to its content width, but the width of block element is equals to 100% of its parent width. The example of inline is span, and the example of block element is div.
Okay, is image tag is a inline element or a block level element?
Inline elements, sir.
Yes. Okay. What is iframe tag?
No, sir, I don't know about that.
Okay, fine. Do you know what is murky tag?
No, sir.
Okay. What is box model?
Box model which contain various properties like padding, margin, and padding, margin, and border. Padding means the space between content and border, and border separate the padding and margin, and margin is the space occupied by HTML element outside the border.
Okay, and what is outline?
The outline is a property, CSS property. It is used to apply outline.
What is meant by the outline means where it will be present in box model?
Means so if you apply a border and give it shadow. No, sir, I don't know.
Okay, fine. Okay, so what is the difference between display none and visibility hidden?
Display none means, sir, it is used to if you apply display none, it remove the HTML element of the HTML element on the page, and it change the structure of page, And visibility hidden means it does not remove the HTML element from the page, and it does not change the structure of page, but it is not visible to user.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And tell me, what is float?
The float property which specify whether an element should float left or right.
Okay. And what is clear property is used for?
Clear property is used to reduce the effect of float.
Okay. Okay. So, do you know how many positions are there in CSS?
Yes, sir. There are 5 positions in CSS.
Yes, you can explain.
Uh, Static position, relative position, absolute position, and fixed position, and fifth is sticky position. By default, the position of HTML element is static.
And what is the difference between position relative and position absolute?
The position absolute means the box which has to move, that box has a position absolute with respect to reference, and the relative position means the reference of box which moves with me which moves with respect which moves by using which moves with the reference of relative position.
So what happens is when we use position relative, it will be considered as the parent element. And
Yes,
with
sir.
respect to it, we'll
Uh,
move the element which is having the absolute.
absolute
Okay.
position.
Yes. And when we use only relative, position relative, will not use position absolute. Okay. Only when we use position relative, that time the element considers itself as a parent. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
Okay,
in
sir.
position absolute, we will give it a parent.
Yes.
So what is position sticky?
Sticky.
Yes.
Sticky is the combination of position relative and position fixed.
Okay. How will use it?
By using position equals to sticky. Sorry,
Can you
position dot
use
sticky.
anytime?
No, sir.
Okay. So tell me that what is the difference between display inline and display inline block?
Display inline and display inline block.
Yes.
In inline, where we cannot use margin, when means in inline element we cannot apply top and bottom margin, but in block element we can apply margin to the all side. In in inline element we cannot apply height and width, but in block element we can apply.
No. Means my question is, what is the difference? Display inline is property we will use, correct? Display
Yes,
inline,
sir.
display inline block, display block,
Yes, sir.
correct? So why we should use it and when?
If if you use a span that have a full display inline property, but if you
Okay, fine. So, what is JavaScript?
JavaScript is a programming language that changed the appearance of web page, and it is dynamic.
And what is how many types of data types are there in JavaScript?
There are two type of data type, primitive data type and non-primitive data type.
Okay, elaborate it, primitive and non-primitive data types.
In primitive data type, it holds value, but non-primitive data type, it holds reference. In primitive data type, there are five types: number, boolean, string, null, and fifth is undefined. And in non-primitive data type, there are three types: function, array, and object.
Okay, what is function?
It is the relationship between input and output.
Okay, and what is string?
String.
Yes.
String is the combination of number and alphabet and special character.
How do you find the length of a string?
By using length property.
Okay, and what is slice method on string? Slice,
Slice, it remove the specific part of array.
specific part of array to get the specific part of array, correct? Okay,
Yes.
and tell me why we use split method on string?
Which method, sir?
Split,
To split.
yes, but why we use split?
Uh, to split the text.
Okay, and what happens? The output will be in. Okay,
No,
fine.
sir.
Okay. So, do you know what is first index of?
Zero.
No, no. What is first index
First,
of is used by first index of or index of last index of? Do you know?
to uh, to know the value of index.
Yes. We're getting the index of a specific character in a string. Okay. Why we use includes?
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay. So, what is the difference between slide, substring, and sub-str?
In a slice, we can use uh, end value. We can give end and start value, start and end value. And in a substring and sub-str also we give start value and end value. In a slice, we use a negative element also, but in a sub-str or substring we not use a negative element.
Okay. But in sub-str is different, somewhat different. Can you tell me what is the difference between sub-str and substring?
Sub-str and substring.
Yes.
In sub-str, it gives start number and then no, sir.
Okay. Okay. So what is waiting?
Hosting means, sir, all the declaration in the scope are get shifted at top of the scope.
And what is scope?
Scope, it is accessibility and availability of the declaration. There are two type of scope, functional scope and global scope.
Tell me the difference between both functional and global.
In functional scope, it assess in a functional scope block, but global scope it assess in anywhere. Says.
Okay. What is the difference between not defined and undefined?
Undefined means declaration is declared but value is not assigned, and not defined means declaration is not declared yet.
Okay. What is array?
Array where we can store multiple relational data in the form of index number.
Okay. And if I want to remove the last element of array, what will you use?
By using pop method, we can remove the last element of the array.
And how we can add elements at the last?
By using push method.
Okay. And what is shift and unshift?
Shift means it is used to add a remove the first element of the array, and unshift means it is used to add a first element of the array.
What is slice?
It is used to cut the specific part of array.
Splice, not slice, splice.
Oh. Uh, Splice means it is used to remove as well as add the index number of the array.
Okay. Used to add as well as delete, correct?
Delete. Sir, yes.
Okay. So, how many arguments that splice take?
Yes, sir.
How many arguments does splice take? How many arguments will pass in splice?
Splice, na?
Yes, splice.
Three argument.
3 arguments. And first one is for?
Index number.
Yes. How will you find any index of any element in an array?
By using index number index of method.
Index of, correct? And if you will
Yes.
not get the element in that, then what will be the value of index of?
What, sir?
If the element is not present in that array, what will be the output of index of?
Undefined.
No.
Index 0.
No. 0 will be there, no? Index 0
Index.
means,
Yes, sir.
so it will be -1. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, what is includes method is used for?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. What is math in JavaScript?
Math is a method used for calculation.
Math is not a method.
Property.
No.
Sorry, sir.
Math is an object which has some properties and methods. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me, what is the use of mat.random?
To give a random number,
Yes, but
to get the random.
okay. What it will do means if I use a variable, let a equals to math.random, what will be the output of a?
No, sir, I don't know.
It will print the random numbers between 0 to 1, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it will print randomly between 0 to 1. Okay. What is the difference between math.floor and math.field?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know what is date?
Hello.
Yes, hello. Yeah.
Yes.
What is date?
Date is a object which help to uh, which help to calculate, which help to done the things that related to date and time.
Okay. And how will we print current date?
By using new dot date,
By using
new dot date,
no, a dot will come
new date, new
new
date.
date. Okay. What is timestamp?
Sir, what's it?
What is timestamp?
Oh, sir.
Okay. What is get time method is used for? What get time?
Get time method to uh, for millisecond,
Yes. And millisecond from
1970.
1970. Yes. That is also timestamp. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is DOM?
Document object
Document object
method
model.
model.
Okay. Fine. I am sending you one array. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have to write a generic function. Copy this. Share your screen.
Yes.
You have to write a generic function for this. Okay. And you have to delete the element what will pass in that function. Okay. Can you use VS Code?
No, sir.
Okay.
Delete, sir.
Yes, you have to create a function, generic function, in which when we call, we'll pass the month name. Okay, and that month will be removed from the array of YAML.
Which month remove, sir?
July. You find the means you got the index.
Sorry, sir.
No, no, you are going correctly, but some issue with. Okay, at 11 number line, you found the index, correct?
Yes, sir.
But at 12 number line, why you called that function one more time? How will you remove the element?
Splice method.
Yes. Okay. So firstly, check if you got the index, console index only, then you can do splice.
Okay, sir.
You did not call no that function. Firstly, you have to call that.
Remove element.
Yes. Then only that index will be founded, no? It will not go inside if you not call. Now what you have to pass at 10th number
Element.
line? Yes. Array and
Element.
element which you want to remove.
Yes, sir.
You can pass. No, you have to pass in this function, no? We are calling the function here. No, wrong. At 15th number line, when you called, you pass the element. You have to pass the array name, which is the array.
Sorry, sir.
No, no. I will give you a hint. You have to pass the array. What is the which array you have to pass? You have the array?
Yeah. ML.
Yes. So you have to pass that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Pass here. Okay. Comma. Which element we have to delete? You have to keep in the input.
Input.
Yes. Pass that input. Okay. Now at 12 number line, this console.log you can write there and you have just print the index because you found the index. Okay, and remove the 16th number line. No need of that. Sure. Check what is the issue.
Array.index is not a function.
So what is the method? Index
Of.
of -1 means that element is not present. Your spelling is, I think, wrong. Yes, there is a capital J.
Capital B. Yes, sir.
Okay. And now you have to delete it. Okay, you can try it after the call. Okay. So Rajashree, we are done with your interview. So do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So bye.
Bye, sir.